In today's class, we'll be discussing about an important topic, linked list. A linked list is a sequence of data structures which are connected together via links. So, a linked list is a sequence of links which contains items, and each link contains a connection to another link. Linked list can be sought out to be the second most used data structure after array, and there are some important terms you need to understand while understanding the concept of linked list. Link. Each link of a linked list can store a data called an element. Next. Each link of a linked list contains a link to the next link called next. Linked list. A linked list contains the connection link to the first link called first. So these are some of the important terms you need to remember. Now we'll look on into the representation of a linked list. Linked list can be visualized as a chain of nodes where every node points to next node. So as you can see in the diagram, there is three nodes over here and each node is pointing to the next node. So this is how the representation of a linked list takes place. First of all, there's head, and the head points to the next node. So the node itself has a next pointer and a data item. So it stores two of the values, that is one of the data one is the data item, and the next is the address of the next list, that is the next pointer. So similarly, it keeps on moving like a chain until it meets the null pointer. So as per the above illustration, following are the important points which has to be remembered. Linked list contains a link element called first. Each link carries a data field and a link field called next. Each link is linked with its next link using the next link. So last link carries a link as null to mark the end of the list. So the last pointer or the last next points to null so as to end the pointer's value. So I'll show why it is done in the next slides. So there are types of linked list. The first one being the simple linked list, in which item navigation is forward only. So in simple linked list, the movement of the control is only towards the forward direction, and in doubly linked list, items can be navigated forward and backward. Circular linked list, last item contains link of the first element as next, and the first element has to link to the last element as previous. So now we'll look on into the basic operations that are performed on a list. So insertion. Insertion is used to add an element at the beginning of the list. Deletion is used to delete an element at the beginning of the list. Display is used to display the complete list. Search is used to search an element using the given key. And delete is used to delete an element using the given key. Now we'll see how the insertion operation takes place in a linked list. So how is the adding of new node done using a linked list? So it is more than one step activity. So we'll see through the diagrams of how a node is being created and how it's added in the middle so as to insert in the linked list. So first of all, the steps are to be done are create a node using the same structure and find the location where it has to be inserted. So you have to create node with the same structure and the same type, and you have to see where the insertion of that node has to take place. So imagine the diagram now. Imagine that we are inserting a new node, that is node B. So this is the new node, we'll name it as node B, and we have to place this node between A and C. So the left node and the right node. Then what we'll do is that we'll be pointing the B node next to C. That is point B not next to C. So this is the syntax. New node dot next points to right node. So here right node is C and the new node that has been created is B. So this has been B node is pointing using the next to right node. So it looks like this in the diagram. So here you can see from the first one you cannot see any connection, but in the second figure you have seen that the new node points to the right node. So as a connection is established now we'll see that the now next node at the left should also point to the new node. So now in the next step you will be seeing that this connection will be broken and this connection will be divided, and the A node will be pointing to the B new node. So for that the condition is left node dot next points to new node. So left node here is a node which points to the new node. So the diagram would be here. This is abolished, and the a node is pointing to the new node now, which is b node. So see this arrow, you can see it has been replaced. Now this will put the new node in the middle of two. So you can see that a connection has been established between these, the A and C, and B has been put as in the middle. So here it is there. The new list should look like this. That is head, data items next, data items next, data items next. So these are A node, B node, C node, and finally the next is pointing to null. So successfully the B node has been inserted between A and C nodes. So similar steps are to be taken care of if the node is being inserted at the beginning of the list. So while inserting it at the end, the second last node of the list should point to the next node, and the new node will point to null. So if you're inserting the new node at the end, the second last node of the list should point to the new node. So the second last list, which is the last node before inserting, should be pointing to the new node pointer, and the new node should be pointing to null value which you have been inserting. Now we'll look on into how deletion operation takes place in a linked list. So we'll similarly understand with the help of pictorial representation as it makes easy. So firstly, the steps we'll do is we'll locate the target node to be removed. So first of all, by using the searching algorithm, we'll see which is the node that has to be removed. So the node which has to be removed has been named as target node. So we have taken this node, B node, to be the target node. So the left previous node of the target node now should point to the next node of the target node. So there should be a connection established between the A node to the C node, so that this pointer, that is the next pointer's value, can be broken down. This pointer and this pointer's connection can be broken down, and the A pointer directly points to the node C's next value. So here we'll see the condition is left node dot next points to target node not next. So you can see that the next is pointing to the data items, and here this connection has been replaced, and this time the A node is directly pointing to the C node. And here you can see that still there is connection of B node to the C node. So in order to remove the connection, we'll be using one more syntax, that is to remove the link that was pointing to the target node. Now using the following code, we'll be removing the target node which is pointing to the C code, that is target node dot next points to null. So here we'll see that this node has been has been abolished here, and that's the reason why we have allocated null value over here. So now this is pointing to null, and there is no connection in between this, and this is deleted. This connection has been removed. So we need to use the deleted node so that we can keep that the memory. Otherwise we can simply deallocate the memory and wipe off the target node completely. So the reason behind giving the value here null is that we have to keep the memory, otherwise, or we can simply deallocate this memory, or we can put the value to be null or 0, but the term used as null, so that we can wipe the target node completely. So this is how it looks like. This is the A and C which is established connection, and the B node has been removed successfully. So now we'll look into how a reverse operation is done. So this operation is a thorough one. We need to make the last node to be pointed by the head node and reverse the whole linked list. So in reverse operation, the last node should be pointing to the head node, and reverse the whole linked list. So final approach would be in this manner. So in the first step, you'll be seeing the pictorial in this way, where there is only forward direction. So after reversing the whole linked list, the final process would be in the backward direction, the reverse direction. So pointing from the head to the null. So how is it done? We'll see from step by step. Firstly, we'll transverse it to the end of the list. It should be pointing to null. Now we shall make it point to its previous node. So what we'll be doing is that we'll be doing from the reverse. So at first the last pointer or the last value or the last pointing to node was pointing to null value here. So we'll be removing this connection and we'll be using this pointer's value to be pointing to the previous node's next value. So how we'll be doing it will be seen through the next syntax. So after establishing the connection between the last node's connection with the second last node, we shall make sure that the last node is not the last node. So we'll have to make some temp node which looks like the head node pointing to the last node. So we'll see that we'll make a temp variable or a temp node so that it acts like it is the head, so that we have the time to make it reverse of the node. So we'll see through the simple diagram, this connection is also been removed and now it is directly pointing to null variable. And next what we'll do is that this connection will be broken down. So except the first node pointed by the head node, all nodes should be point to the predecessor. So you'll see here that making them the new successor, the first node will point to null. So now this node has been pointing to null and the head is being pointed to the next. So after rearranging the whole node, you can see that we'll make the head node point to the first new node, and by using the temp node we can make it the new null value. That's how reverse is done. And now we'll look into what a doubly linked list is. So a doubly linked list is a variation of a linked list in which navigation is possible in both ways, that is forward and reverse. So either forward and backward easily as compared to single linked list. So following are some of the important terms you need to understand while using a doubly linked link. Each link of a linked list can store a data called an element. Next is each link of a linked list contains a link to the next link called next. And previous, this is a new term. Each link of a linked list contains a link to the previous link called previous. And linked list finally, a linked list contains a connection link to the first link called first and to the last link called last. And now we'll see how the representation of a doubly linked list takes place. So here you will see that there are two of the navigation process. You can see that is one is previous and one is next, because here the navigation can take place in both the ways, either forward or backward. So the previous, here there's an head node and then there's a previous. So previous here points to null and the next nodes to the previous of other node, and similarly the previous of the second node points to the former next, so on till the end of the node. So the next node finally points to the null. So this is a classic representation of a doubly linked list representation. So we'll see what are the important points to be considered. So doubly linked list contains a link element called first and last. So each link carries a data field and two link field called next and previous. Each link is linked with its next link using its next link. Each link is linked with its previous link using its previous link, and the last link carries a link as null to mark the end of the list. So here are some of the basic operations which are similar, that is insertion, deletion, insert last, delete last, insert after, delete. So here there are some additional element, that is insert last used to add an element at the end of the list, delete last to delete an element from the end of the list, insert after which is used to add an element after an item of the list. Now we'll see an example of how insertion is done in doubly linked list. So insert link at the first location, void insert function, insert first function. We have taken two arguments, that is key and data. Now we'll be establishing a link, that is we'll be creating a link. We'll be allocating the memory dynamically, that is using the malloc function. So using this statement, struct node star link equal to struct node star malloc size of struct node. So using the malloc function, we are dynamically storing, we are giving memory, we are storing memory using the malloc function. And now we'll be pointing, using the structures link, we'll be pointing to the key value, that is link key equal to key and link data equal to data. And now If is empty function, that is if the linked list is empty, then last is equal to link. So we'll be directly providing the link to the last of the next element. Else update the first previous link. Head to previous, head points to the previous equal to link. So this is done because if the list is not empty, then the head directly points to the previous, and then the previous then points to the next value, and the next points to the next node's previous value. That is, you have seen here the head points to the previous, and here the previous points to null, and the first node's next points to the next node's previous, and this is how the chain proceeds further. So now point it to the old first link, that is link next equal to head, and point first to the new first link, that is head equal to link. So that is how an insertion takes place. Now we'll look on into how deletion takes place. So we'll be declaring a function, that is we'll be declaring a structure first of all, that is struct node star delete first, then struct node temp link will be creating a temp link, so that first has to remove the connection and pointing it to temp variable, then afterwards pointing it to the head variable, that is the head node. So if head points to next double equal to null, last is equal to null. So if there is no value, then we will be directly calling the next value to be null. Else head points to next points to previous equal to null. Head equal to head points to next, return the deleted link, return temp link. So we'll see from the diagram itself how this is done. Is that, see in this diagram, the head points to previous, and the next is pointing to previous itself. So if this whole of the linked list is empty, then directly the value of next is pointed to null. Otherwise, in the else condition, what is done is that the connection between the next and the previous is broken, and the value, that is if this node has to be removed, these two connections are also broken, and the connection is made between the previous of the last node and the next of the first node. So there's a connection in this manner, and this node has been removed completely. Now we'll see how insertion at the end of an operation takes place. It's similar, and it takes place in the following code: void insert last int key in data, struct node star link equal to struct node star malloc size of struct node, we are allocating memory dynamically, then link key equal to data, link this operator data equal to data. If is empty function, make it the last link. So if it's empty, then link the next pointer to the last, link it directly to null, simple meaning. And else condition, make link a new list length. So this means that we'll be pointing the last link list, we'll be pointing the last value to the former value, we'll be pointing the last values next to the upcoming new node's reverse value. That is, if here one more node has to be created, then we'll be removing this connection of next to null, and we'll be putting this next pointing to the previous of the next node. That is, one new node will be added here, and this next will be pointing to the previous of that node, and the next of that node will be pointing to the null value. That's how it's given here. So head, so last this operator next equal to link this operator previous equal to last, and at first point last to new last node, last equal to link. Now we look on into header linked list. A header linked list is one more variant of linked list. So it is one more variant of how linked list is used. In header linked list, we have a special node present at the beginning of the linked list, and this special node is used to store number of nodes present in the linked list. So there's a special node used while using the header linked list, and it is present at the beginning of the linked list. In other linked list variant, if we want to know the size of the linked list, we use transversal method. But in this linked list, we'll see that the size of the linked list is stored in its header itself. So there are types of header linked list. It's divided into grounded header linked list and circular header linked list. So the structure of header linked list is struct node in data, struct node star next, the pointer. So this is a program of header linked list, that is stdio.h malloc.h header file is used to allocate memory dynamically. Then structure is declared with data and star next access variable, pointer and variable, and then we have created an declaration of items inside it, that is struct node struct node star start equal to null, struct node start create equal to is struct node star display struct node star. So these are some of the prototypes. So inside the main function we'll see that an option has been created, option variable has created, and so within the do for loop, printf main menu, create a list, display the list, exit, enter your choice. So these are the prototypes you have seen above. Now we'll see the functions related to it. So case 1, to create an HLL start. So header linked list is created successfully. So a function would be there. So this is the function. So this is being calling the function. So create whole start. So the function is being called. So here struct node star new node and star pointer. So new two pointers have been created using the struct variable pointing to the structure. int num, which is a new variable has been created. Enter -1 to end and enter the data. That is, if the user enters -1, it will be the end of the linked list, or else he can enter the data and the scanf which scans the num. And while num not equal to -1, while it has not reached the end of the linked list, new node equal to struct node star malloc size of struct node. So just remember, the statement is used to dynamically allocate memory. Then the new node points to data equal to num, and again new node points to next equal to null. So here every new node created has some data and it is stored to num, and its next value is always stored to null. So if at all the addition takes place, the upcoming next value always points to null, so as to increase the chain. If start equal to null, then start equal to struct node malloc size of struct node. So again the location, and start next equal to new node. So here the next value points to the new node's other value. Else condition, if the start is not equal to null, then pointer ptr equal to start, while pointer points to next not equal to null, pointer equal to pointer, this operator next, pointer points to next equal to new node. So this is done so as to do that the pointer value points to the next value in the new node, so as to keep the upcoming chain. And once again we'll be asking them to enter the data, and we'll be taking the value num. So suppose they want to display this at this time, so we'll be looking to the display function, that is struct node start display. And similarly we'll see that struct node star pointer will be initializing a pointer equal to start, pointer equal to pointer points to next, and while pointer is not null, printf using the tab and pointer points to data. So the data will be pointed and will be displayed simultaneously, and simultaneously the pointer will be pointing to the next node's pointer and return start. So the data will be pointed and it will be keep displaying until it reaches -1, that is the end of the linked list. So this is how the output looks like. Create a list, display the list, exit, enter your choice, enter -1 to end, enter the data 5, 1, 2, -1. So header linked list has been created successfully. So once again main menu, enter choice. So it depends upon what function you have to call, whether you have to create a list or display the list or exit the list. Thank you.